Hi everyone, welcome back to Gillian at Mystic Healing Therapies. I'm doing a video today just as a follow-up from the video that went out on the 5th of March, the multi-dimensional selves one. A few people have been asking me, how do we transverse the dimensions? How do we get from one dimension to another? So the easiest way to describe it is, imagine, I'm sure most of you have played a video game like Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm showing my age now, but a video game where you start on level 1, and once you've mastered level 1 and you've completed that and you've learnt everything, level 2 unlocks and you're allowed to play on level 2. So again, you have to go round learning all the lessons, working out what to do, and then you complete level 2, which will allow you to go up to level 3. Now, dimensional spaces are a bit like this. So, you know, when we first take our incarnation into this planet, you could say we're at level 1 and we are learning so much. So not necessarily saying that when every baby's born they're on level 1. No, some babies are already born at level 3. It's about soul knowledge and how much you've accumulated through your previous lifetimes, and what wisdom that you can access will determine where you are born. But just for the sake of making this easy to understand, imagine then levels 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got a video game, levels 1, 2, 3 or 4. Let's say that you have managed level 1 completed, managed level 2 completed, managed level 3 completed. You get to level 4. If you get bored of being on level 4 and you suddenly decide, hey, I want to go back to level 1 again where it was easy, you're allowed to, because you've got the permissions to move back down the levels. But if you're at level 1, you're just starting out and you're on level 1, and you think, hey, I want to go to level 4, you wouldn't be allowed. The video game wouldn't unlock, because you've not mastered levels 1, 2, 3 yet. So that's how dimensions work. Once you've mastered the dimensional levels, you can move up, but you can't move up until you've mastered it. However, you can move down. So there's always the ability, once you've reached a higher level, to go down the dimensions. So some people have been saying to me, Gillian, I'm worried about my loved ones because I don't think they're going to make level the 4th or 5th dimension. I think they're firmly stuck in 3D. Well, all I would say to you is when we get the solar event or the solar flash, or when that comes to a peak, everyone's going to get a helping hand. So, you know, there's going to be a mass awakening, and lots of people will wake up and move up a level by themselves, just by what's happening with the planets. So don't worry about it, because let's say you're currently on level 4. Lots of people are telling me they're on level 4 and feel like there's lots of chaos. They can see the wrong, but they don't quite trust that everything's going to be all right. So let's say you're on level 4 and you get accelerated to level 5th dimension, but let's say your relatives are still in 3D. They're young souls, have got lots of learning to do, and they stay in 3D. Don't worry about it. You can always go down to visit them. It's not going to be a problem. You remember, you can go down the dimensions. So remember, we're multi-dimensional beings, so it can look to them like you're in existence on level 3 when you're operating on level 4 or 5. So I would say, don't worry. You know, a lot of people are really worried that they've got loved ones that aren't on their spectrum of awakening. Don't worry about it, because you can always go down the levels. If you're on level 4 on the computer game and your relatives are on level 3, you can always go down a level. The reason that they wouldn't be able to go up to meet you on a higher level is because the soul hasn't determined that to be a fit for them. So they wouldn't, you know, they'd be overwhelmed, or they might even find the light too much. They might sort of sunburn and frazzle on a higher dimension. So don't worry, you know, and don't worry that you won't make the right dimension. We'll all make the dimension that we're supposed to make. Remember, we've all made soul contracts before we came here, and that will be played out and fulfilled. So my message today is just trust. You know, people have said, well, how do you know you're in 5D? Well, when you're in 5D, you don't have fear. There's no place for fear in 5D. You know, I'm absolutely trusting that all of this will be good. And because, remember the manifestation, if you trust in something, you're likely to create it. So if you're worrying, that's a lower dimensional vibration, and you're going to sort of impede your ascension if you're just always in worry state. So I know it's hard, it's the biggest test, but remember, we've all agreed to be here at this time, and don't worry, you know, like my poem says, when you don't know what to do, remember, God will see you through. All right, I'll leave you at that. Lots of love for you. Bye for now.